The greatest illusion of the modern world is not freedom. It's the feeling that you choose. The truth is simple and brutal. Most of your decisions were already shaped before you ever thought about them. And this influence has a name: the invisible architecture of behavior, a silent system of mechanisms that structures what you desire, what you fear, what you buy, and even who you believe you are. None of this happens by accident. 1. Choice. Architecture, the illusion of free will. You think you choose, but most of your choices were already preformed. This is called choice architecture. The way options are presented determines what you end up choosing, without you noticing. Walk into a supermarket. What you think you decide is actually being engineered by shelf placement, colors, eye level height, lighting, aisle layout, price positioning. The human mind doesn't handle infinite options well. It chooses what's easiest, most visible, and most familiar. And the entire environment was designed to guide you there. Think about your last week, the places you went, the brands you bought. It felt like choice. It was conditioning. In capitalism, you don't consume products. You consume identity. And what you consume says a lot about who you think you are. 2. The invisible touch, nudge behavior. A nudge doesn't force. It suggests. A subtle push, almost imperceptible. A simple example: placing the most expensive item next to the mid-priced one to make you believe you're saving money. You feel like you made a rational decision, but you were guided. The promotion felt irresistible, the discount too good to miss. The offer was constructed around the original price, and you followed the exact path that had already been laid out. 3. Heuristics. The brain on autopilot. Heuristics are mental shortcuts. They exist to conserve energy. The modern system learned how to exploit them. If it's first, it must be better. If it's popular, it must be good. If it's urgent, it must be important. The result? You decide quickly, but not freely. Example: toothpaste. Which brand came to your mind? Soft drink. Which name appeared first? I know. You know. And it stays between us. 4. Scarcity bias. The fear of missing out. Scarcity activates your most primitive survival instincts. That's why it works so well. Last units available. Today only. Limited stock. Exclusive access. The brain interprets scarcity as danger, and you react. You don't choose. Have you ever been in sales meetings where everything was your last chance? They didn't see you as a human being. They saw you as a conversion. Now you see it. 5. Urgency bias. The clock that controls you. Urgency sells because urgency shuts down reflection. When you see a countdown timer, you're not looking at numbers. You're watching your limbic system being hijacked. Urgency creates action. Action creates consumption. Have you ever faced an offer with a ticking clock, a countdown, or pressure to decide? That's not motivation. It's capture. 6. Anchoring. The first number always wins. The first price you see sets the frame for what you consider cheap or expensive. That's the anchor. Promotions aren't designed to lower prices. They're designed to reset your reference point. You're buying the discount, not the product. 7. Attention control, the most valuable resource. Who controls your attention controls your life. The system discovered that attention is worth more than money. That's why we have infinite feeds, short-form videos, perfect loops, stimulating music, micro-audio rewards, everything carefully calibrated to hijack your attention, millimeter by millimeter, until you forget you ever had control. 8. The dopamine cycle of consumption. Modern consumption follows a predictable loop. 1. Stimulus. Something captures your attention. 2. Anticipation. Your brain releases dopamine before the purchase. 3. Acquisition. You buy to relieve internal tension. 4. Crash. The emptiness returns. And that emptiness pulls you back into the cycle. Not because you love consuming, but because you were trained to. The brutal conclusion. The system doesn't need to command you. It only needs to build an environment where your decisions feel natural. The most effective manipulation is the one you experience as choice. The exit. It's not about stopping consumption, not about escaping the world, not about resisting. It's about awareness. Recognizing when your mind is deciding and when it's merely reacting. Recognizing your triggers, your internal narratives, and when your mental architecture is being activated against you. Because one truth remains: you never escape an external prison without first seeing the internal prison that responds to it. This channel exists for that reason, to show what no one teaches, to reveal what no one points out, to bring awareness to mechanisms that operate in the dark. Follow the channel. Awareness is uncomfortable, but living without noticing hurts far more.